गुड आफ्टरनून पार्टिसिपेंट्स। मैं आपकी मैनुअली अटेंडेंस काउंट कर लेता हूँ क्योंकि तुरंत ही वैलिडिटी सेशन स्टार्ट होने वाला है।
अमोल सर।
वेट कीजिए सर। रिसो पर्सन।
सर प्रेजेंटेशन होने वाली है क्या?
यस, मैं प्रेजेंट मैनुअली काउंट करने वाला हूँ सर। वेट कीजिए।
ओके, थैंक
डोंट वरी।
यू।
Hello,
Yes, sir.
uh, Rafiz sir is there,
Yeah, yes, sir, I'm there.
and Professor Sadgir sir is joining us. We'll come back.
Sir,
Please, sir.
Sadgir sir, can you open the camera so we can make you a co-host?
I have opened the camera.
Yes.
Yes, there. Okay, thank you.
Amol, kindly make Sadgir sir as a co-host. It is a request.
Yes, sir. Yes, I will make the co-host.
So, a very good afternoon to one and all. I would request all participants to open the camera. सभी participant camera open करें validatory session के लिए. On behalf of UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar, I welcome today's honorable guest, Professor Parag Sadgir sir, who is Dean School of Engineering and Technology and Professor in Civil Engineering Department, COEP Technology University, Pune. Also, I welcome our honorable director, Professor Dhanashri Mahajan ma'am, President of this valedictory function. Also, I welcome the course coordinator, senior professor from this university campus, a person who has coordinating this course, Professor Dr. Praveen Vakte sir. Indeed, it is really an honor and pleasure to have such a distinguished personalities here in this valedictory session. So before moving on to the formal valedictory session, I would request Amol to start the university song and the banner.
गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे,
गीत आमुचे सागराचे, इतिहासाचे जनमनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे, गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे, गीत आमुचे सागराचे, इतिहासाचे जनमनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे.
अभंगाचे ओवीचेही माय बोलीचे माहेर,
वाऱ्यातही मराठीचे दिवे लख घरोघर. संत महंतांचे विरागी गीत आमुचे वादळाचे, इतिहासाचे जनमनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे. तंतु तंतु संघर्षाचा पैठणीत भिनलेला
नक्षीतच पक्षी पक्षी विजयाचा मिळलेला
सोन पहाट उदयाचे गीत आमुचे उजेडाचे इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे प्रज्ञेचा सूर्य नवा शब्द शब्द उजळून गेला समतेचा संगराचा अर्थ ढाळून गेला विराट विशाल संस्कृतीचे गीत आमुचे जीवनाचे इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे गीत आमुचे सागराचे इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे
Thank you, Amol. You can stop the university song. So, on behalf of UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, I welcome Dr. Parag Sadgir sir, who is working as a Dean School of Engineering and Technology and Professor in Civil Engineering Department, COEP Technology, University Pune. He is working in the field of environmental engineering for more than 34 years. Dr. Parag is an expert engineer, educator, research and consultant, presently working as a professor and head in Civil Engineering Department at COP Technology, University Pune. He is a strong engineering professional, having obtained in his ME in Environmental Engineering from VGTI Mumbai and PhD in Environmental Engineering from SGSIT SC Indore. Recently, Civil Engineering Department has received 6 years NBA accreditation up to the year 2028. As an educator, he has more than 35 years of teaching career. He is recognized PH guide under able guidance. He has successfully guided 5 students to their PhD and 32 students for their MTech and ME degrees. An accomplished researcher with more than 141 publications to his credit, he has a rich experience in serving as an editorial board member and journal reviewer of numerous renowned peer-reviewed journal. He has completed one UGC major research project and one UGC minor research project. He has also granted a patent on self-purification based polluted water purification to recognize his significant research breakthrough and contribution to his field. He has also received the IWWA Jal Seva Award 2003 and Eco Award 2008. In addition to his role as an educator and researcher, he has also gathered extensive administrative experience serving in key positions as a registrar, academic dean, quality assurance, and dean of CEP. He has also served in various statutory authorities as a member, academic council of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Technology University, Lonar, member, board of study, member, RRC, member, technical committee. His excellent people management skill through experience of leading more than 40 in various capacity and organizing six national conference sponsored by various government bodies and one short-term training program. He has also functioned as a member, National Advisory Committee and session chairman at several international conferences. He has underwent over 125 consultancy projects for World Bank, NRCD, CPWA, state government agency, municipal corporators and other agency. He is presently Director International IWWA India and has been Executive Council member of WWA for more than 16 years. He has also served as a chairman of the same Institute of Aurangabad Center. He is also an active member of 8 professional bodies. So, before going towards a formal valedictory address, I would request Dr. Praveen Vakte sir to summarize the entire 12 working days to all of us. Sir, kindly unmute, Praveen sir.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Professor Rafe sir, for giving me an opportunity as a coordinator to address this valedictory function. I'm also thankful to the director of UGC MMTDC, Professor Dhanashri Mahajan, for this excellent opportunity for this online refresher course in teaching, learning outcome, and education reforms, which was being organized from 11th of August to 26th of August. And today we are at the valedictory function, for which we have my very dear friend and mentor, Dr. Parag Sadgir sir, as a guest of honor and chief guest for this valedictory address in this function. I would be happy to express my write-up or my valedictory conclusion on this program, and also would like to bring in front of all the audience as well as the chief guest that this program was started on 11th of August. We started with the inaugural ceremony where we had Professor Vinayak Deshpande sir, who is our Honorable Vice Chancellor at GH Raisoni University, Amravati, as the chief guest for the function. He addressed the August gathering and all the gathering which was present over here. Along with him on the same day, we had Dr. R.G. Kothari sir from Baroda, the Maharaja Sajirao University, Baroda, who enlightened all the delegates with the curriculum development and quality assurance teaching learning topic. And then on the next day, we had Professor Madhuri Deshpande ma'am, who is professor at School of Commerce and Management Science at SRTMU Nanded, where she enlightened on the topic of academic leadership and change management in higher education. On the same day, we also had Dr. R.T. Begre, who is director at UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center at Sagar University, where he spoke on need of paradigm shift in education, teacher learning in education. Then we also had on the 13th, Dr. Biju K. from the Department of Education, Central University of Tamil Nadu, who delivered the address on learning-centric and cognitive development approaches. We also had Dr. Rekha Sharma from Nagpur University, who spoke on SWAYAM and MOOC courses, along with Dr. Ramkishan Baheti from SIS Graduate School of Technology, Nerul, Navi Mumbai, on the reimagining classroom pedagogical innovations in the age of AI. We also had Dr. Nidhi Arora and Dr. Suhas Pathak, who spoke on inclusive education and equity addressing diversity in classrooms. On 18th, we had Dr. Aluwalia and Dr. Anuja Brahma, who spoke on NEP 2020, Transforming Teaching and Learning Outcomes. Then we had Dr. T. Tripathi, Professor Tripathi from Department of Zoology, School of Life Sciences, Shillong, who spoke on the role of research and development in NEP. Then we had Dr. Vinay Mehra from Dr. B.R. Ambedkar National Law University, who spoke on the role of teachers in the 21st century. Along with him, we also had former Vice Chancellor and Pro-Vice Chancellor of Central University of Himachal Pradesh, Dharmshala, Professor Yogendra Singh Verma, who spoke on the academic leadership and change management in higher education. We also had Dr. Karbuli from Northeast Hill University of Meghalaya, who spoke on use of data and learning analytics to drive teaching improvement. We also had Dr. Asia Makbul, who is Associate Professor at University of Kashmir from the School of Education and Behavioral Science, who delivered the topic Inclusive Education and Social Justice, Bridging Gaps in Students' Participation. We also had Professor Bakshi and Professor Anil Dongre from Professor Bakshi is a founding Vice Chancellor at DM University at Haryana, and Professor Anil Dongre as a Dean, Faculty of Commerce and Management, ABC North University, Jalgaon, who spoke on the topic of NEP and the best global practices in teaching and learning. Next to that, on 25th, we had Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor from YCMOU Nashik, Professor Jogendra Singh Bisen, who spoke on the topic of CPD for teachers in higher education and ethics in teaching and evaluating students beyond grades and numbers, fairness, feedback, and academic integrity. We also had Dr. Sunita Joshi, who is a national convener from Shiksha Sanskriti Utthanyas, New Delhi, who spoke on pedagogical innovations and technology. And we had Dr. S.P. Kalurkar, former principal of AET's College of Engineering, Mumbai, who spoke on mass customization in higher education through AI and IKS. So these were the topics delivered by eminent experts during this program, which was organized from 11th August to 26th. So I hope all the delegates have really taken home the message from all the experts. And today we are here for this final valedictory function, for which we have Professor Sadgir as a guest, and we have also had the presence of the director of the center, Professor Dhanashri Mahajan. So thank you, Professor Sadgir sir, for being here, and we really wait for your enlightening valedictory address. Over to Professor Rafi sir.
Thank you, sir. So, not taking much time, I would now request our chief guest, Professor Parag Sadgir sir, to deliver a valedictory address to all of us.
Director of the UGC MMTC, Mahajan Madam, my friend and Professor in Chemical Technology, Professor Vakte, the Assistant Director of the UGC MMTC of our Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Dr. Rafe sir, and all the participants of this refresher course. It is indeed an honor to talk with you today at the valedictory function of this refresher course on teachers' learning outcomes and the education reforms. I'm deeply grateful for this opportunity to share a few thoughts at a gathering of the educators, people who, in my view, are the true nation builders. We often hear that the future of the country is shaped in its classrooms. In this is true, then it is you, the teachers, who are the sculptures of the future. Dr. Radhakrishnan, one of the India's greatest philosophers and teachers, once said, the end product of the education should be a free creative man who can battle against historical circumstances and adversity of the nature. This vision of the education goes far beyond examination and the mark sheets. It is about creating resilient, creative, and ethical human beings, and that can only happen if the teachers themselves are the lifelong learners, constantly adopting, reflecting, and reforming. In the past, education was often just what is taught. Today, the focus has shifted, rightly so, to what is learned. If we teach the history, have our students only memorized the dates, or they have taken the lesson of the courage, leadership, and the failures from the history? If we teach the science, have they merely learned formulas, or have they developed a scientific temperament, which will be helpful for the various if we teach the literature, have they only studied poems, or have they also discovered empathy, imagination, and critical thoughts? So learning outcomes, therefore, are not measured in examination scores alone, but in curiosity, creativity, and the character. One of my favorite example comes from the Finland's education system. Finnish schools are among the best in the world, not because they emphasize long hours, but because they focus on outcomes like problem solving, teamwork, and adaptability. Their teachers are facilitators, guiding students to discover knowledge rather than imposing it. India's challenge is unique. We have scale, diversity, and deep-rooted traditions. But we also have the opportunity to define learning outcomes in a way that is not just globally competitive, but also rooted in our values of inclusivity, compassion, and community. For that purpose only, in the NEP, we have adopted the Indian knowledge system, which is giving our ancient literature, history, and all that. So in the education reforms like National Education Policy 2020 lay out the ambitious goals like multidisciplinary learning. It will help the students. For example, if he is from engineering, he is learning from the history, medicine, Sanskrit, and all the others, so that he will get the diversified knowledge from all the fields. It will be helpful for him to develop his all skills. Second is the flexibility in the subject choices. Up to now, up to NEP 2020, we are emphasizing the student that this is the syllabus and you have to learn this one. Now we are adopting toward the choice-based credit system. The student can adopt according to his choice for the learning and integration of the vocational and life skills, which are the necessity whenever he goes in the field. His basic knowledge is required, but at the same time, he required the skill for the group. When he has to work in the group, he has to work as a leader, he has to work in the financial problem, he has to handle the persons. So human resource management is also required. So all these we are able to teach him, he can learn from these particularly. Then technology enabled classrooms are there and strong emphasis on the Indian knowledge system. But the policies are not the magic wands. Their success depends entirely on how teachers implement them. A classroom reform is not about new syllabi. It is about new energy, new engagement, and new empathy. For example, the NEB suggests the experimental learning. It is not just about the project-based assignment. It is about connecting classroom concept with the real-life challenges. The very fact all of you enrolled in the refresher course speaks volumes in an era where knowledge doubles every few years. Teachers cannot afford to remain static. Just as the doctor constantly updates his knowledge, engineers adopt the new technologies. And nowadays, if you will talk, we are talking about the AI, chat GPT, and also the quantum computing is coming. The physics has changed from the up to the now quantum physics is in the students are interested in learning that particularly. Similarly, in the mathematics also it is changing. So a wonderful story comes from the Japan that after the devastating of the earthquake and tsunami in 2011, many schools had to be rebuilt, but they have taken the classes in the gardens with the help of the sand, sticks, and the songs. The children still learn because the teacher were willing to adopt to relearn and reinvent themselves. That is the spirit of the lifelong learning. As you return to your institutions, I would urge you to carry out with you three key commitments. First is the commitment to innovations. Nowadays, innovation and the startups are very important. So don't fear for the experimentation. Use digital tools, gamified learning or flipped classrooms where students come prepared and discussions happen in the class. Innovation is not always about technology, but it is about the finding the new ways to speak about the curiosity. Commitment to the inclusivity is also important. Our classes are diverse, rural, urban, privileged and underprivileged, differently abled and gifted. A great teacher ensures that no child feels left behind. In today's age of information, knowledge is abundant, but wisdom and values are rare. Teacher must go beyond subject to shape ethical citizens. As the Bhagavad Gita says, Yoga Karmasu Kausalam. Excellence in action is yoga. Excellence, integrity, and compassion must be the values we transmit. Dear friends, reforms and policies may guide us, but the heartbeat of the change lies in your classrooms. When a teacher inspires a student to think differently, to ask why, to dream bigger, that is true reform. I want to leave you with a simple but powerful image. Imagine a lamp. A lamp does not lose its light when it lightens the another one. Instead, it multiples brightness. A teacher are like the lamps. Every student you enlighten spreads light to hundred of others. And in this way, your impact goes beyond what you can even measure. As we close this refresher course, I congratulate each of you for dedicating your time to learning, reflecting, and growing. May you return to your institutions with a renewed energy, fresh perspective, and deeper conviction. Let us together ensure that education in India is not just about the degrees, but about dignity, not just about careers, but about characters, not just about literacy, but about lifelong learning. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. I would now request our respected director, Professor Dhanashri Mahajan ma'am, to deliver a presidential remark to this valedictory function.
Thank you, Dr. Rafe. It is indeed really great that we had a successful online refresher course in teacher learning outcome and education reform. So education reform is about being innovative, as our honorable guest for today's valedictory session has just said. So Dr. Parag Sadgir talked about the importance of innovation and how innovation can change, the way this entire process of teaching learning goes on. So teachers as innovators, role of teachers as innovators is definitely important. I see teachers as leaders today because in the era of artificial intelligence, in the context of what ChatGPT offers to the students, the role of teachers has definitely changed. So our role definitely is to uh, cater that to students which AI cannot. Because if we understand this, then only I think that whatever reforms the national education policy wants to bring about in the field of education will be there, not just in letter, but also in spirit. So this is what is required, and I hope that because Professor Vakte sir talked about all the resource persons and their areas and the areas on which they had a discourse with the participants of this refresher course. So definitely, I am sure that this refresher course has brought about a change in our perspective as teachers, because we have learned so much from various experts from different fields. And if we are able to bring whatever reform we want with respect to the outcome which we want to receive, achieve. So I think we should have a clear picture of what we want to achieve as teachers when we are dealing with our students. And if we have that picture, if we can envision that which we want to achieve as teachers, what we want, what change we want to see in our students as, we happen to educate them and bring about change in their lives. So that is what is the role of a teacher. So knowledge is a public good, as just now, like what Dr. Parag Sadgir told us, like, just like a torch. A torch can, light up many other torches. So similar is the role of a teacher who can enlighten students And in the process of enlightening students, what happens is the light that we have, the light of knowledge, the flame, becomes bigger and bigger, giving light to more and more people. So in the process of teaching, what happens is that the teacher is able to grasp the subject knowledge even more than the students who are at the receiving end. So that is what I think what happens in the process of teaching. And I think I don't need to speak much because so many experts have come and delivered their discourse in front of you. So I would just like to wish you all the best. And I would also like to say thanks to Vakte sir for organizing this so very neatly. And, you know, he has been a coordinator who has taken it really very much in letter and spirit to deliver whatever outcome he expects from this refresher course. So, with these words, I would like to stop here. Thank you, Dr. Rafe, Dr. Vakte, and Dr. Parag Sadgir, and all the participants. Thanks for being there at this MMTTC online refresher course. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So, with the permission of our respected director, president of this validated function, I take this opportunity to give my special thanks to our honorable guest, Dr. Professor Parag Sadgir sir, for being here, sparing his valuable time, and concluding this event through his valuable words on teaching, evaluation, and education. Also, my special thanks to the senior professor from this university campus, Dr. Professor Praveen Vakte sir, for giving his expertise in this refresher course. And I hope that his valuable contribution will be continued in future also to this Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center. So with the permission of our respected president, I declare that this valedictory function is over. And before moving on, I would request Amol Madan to start the national anthem. I would request all the persons, those who have joined the cloud meeting, to stand up for national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you. I would request